Maximum Marvel Legends are on everyone's mind. Today, we're going to talk about what if they did an entire series of Maximum Marvel Legends for the Fantastic Four. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host, Dakota, here with my co-host, Jordan, and today we're talking Fantastic Four and Maximum Series Marvel Legends. Now, I'll admit, we're really only going to talk about 3 right now because if you go back and watch our previous episode talking about the kind of speculating on the price of the Spider-Man, we also talked about a few characters that we thought would be cool as Maximum figures. Mr. Fantastic was one of those. So today we're just going to be mostly focusing on Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and Thing. And I think if we can, again, we don't exactly know what they're going to do with the Maximum series. Maybe they're all going to be following the same format as Spider-Man. That's rumored that we're going to be getting a Hulk. I would doubt Hulk is going to be coming with, what was it, like 19 accessories that Spider-Man's coming with. Is there really 19 accessories that go with the Hulk? Probably not. So we're going to kind of follow that loosely.
19 accessories be?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Could we come up with 19 accessories for each of these 3 characters?
A nice
Is it
hat
possible?
for the Hulk on a sunny day.
Right.
An umbrella for when it rains. Just random stuff.
That would be fun.
All right, sorry.
It'd be hard, but all right. So I think let's start out with Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
So kind of right off the bat, Jordan, if you're going to get, we're not even going to talk price here. We're going to say these are all, reasonably priced. We're not going to go insane with these and be like, oh, they're coming with the Fantastic car. We're keeping these to like figures. But
yeah,
what would you expect to come with, or what would your Invisible Woman look like?
Well, right off the bat, like the physical character, what is she coming with, you mean? I mean, I think you're just going to get that. Just that, I think that classic Fantastic Four look, I always like it simple. It's a nice blue, the little logo with the white and the 4 on it. Perfect for me. I think just an improved body for sure, because I think we desperately need an update for Invisible
Have we had
Woman.
a double-jointed
I don't think
arm?
so, dude. I think it's the Walgreens, or wasn't that? Or no, not Walgreens.
There was the retro.
Whatever. No, yeah, the one that... Yeah.
But even that, I still don't think she had double-jointed elbows. I don't remember for sure. I just know the head sculpt was terrible, so most people, I don't think, really love that one.
Yeah, both that one and the one before it, I think, not so good. So
yeah.
I think we're due for that update. As far as effects go, I mean, I think you're definitely going to need your bubble shield of some kind. I'd like to see, again, similar technology to what we talked about in our last episode, like effects that are ported into the hand. So I don't want no clips, no clip-ons, Dakota. I'd like if you had like a hand and somehow you could attach that, bubble piece or something. Like you could even have it like right on the hand, so it's like a flat hand with a shield on it. I think could look cool because you could have scenes of like a character hitting her and she's like, blocking it.
I like that.
One thing that I think could be kind of neat, you could have like those little, because sometimes she'll have those discs, like platforms you can hop on. You could have them of varying heights, so you could have one like a little shorter, one a little longer. Maybe they got foot pegs, so you can kind of make it look like she's sort of doing that levitating type thing. Or maybe it could be a bigger platform, so you could just kind of get that effect. I think that would be kind of cool to add some dimension to your display with her, because when she's just standing there lined up, I think you kind of could spice that up.
Yeah.
I think those are some of or like a projection, projection
right.
blast, of course, of some kind. And that's what comes to my mind right away.
Yeah, I think those are great ideas. I think with a Maximum female character, I think we need to see some new female hands, because the females are either coming with fists or they're coming with these like splayed but magic-y, expressive hands. But
I call that the reaching in for the last Pringle hand.
Yeah, that is exactly what it looks like. I think that's perfect.
Oh, that last chip. The Thing can't get it. Miss Fantastic can't get it. Invisible One got that chip. Yeah.
So
exactly.
I want those. Whatever. If she comes with them, she comes with them. But like, we need more than just that. So I think getting like a full splayed out hand would be cool. Because like you said, then if you have the attachments for I think that's a great idea. I think you've got to give her. I feel like I'm trying to think if Invisible Woman has ever come with multiple heads. I don't think so. I'll put a picture up on screen if she has, but I think you've got to give her the more neutral look because she's not always in battle. Give them like a chill, like, hey, we're just the Fantastic Four posing for our picture. But then I think you also got to give her like that battle ready, like she's fighting off some scrolls. It's like a grimace or like I don't think she necessarily needs like a yelling head, but she's like struggling to keep the force fields up, type of thing. And yeah, I think the biggest thing with her would be being able to port on some translucent effects. So we've had the Mr. Fantastic before with the lab coat that you could port his arms off and then put on his regular arms, right? And then I don't know why we couldn't do that with Invisible Woman. Port off one of her arms and then port on a translucent effect. Something like that where you're getting to see her power effect, because we've had either just regular, I can see all of Sue Storm, or we've had the totally translucent.
Right.
I would also be okay with if we did, I think I've mentioned this with, maybe it was her, maybe another character. Oh, I think it was Iceman. If we did a translucent figure, but then had some like paint on it, so it's like more of a transitioning effect. That's a little bit hard because like that's only going to work in your battle scenes. I think it's not going to work just like her standing there with the Fantastic Four and like vanilla posed. But I think that would be a very cool character or like cool figure. Yeah,
I think at some point something like that would be cool. I think for the Maximum, speaking for myself, I think I'd like it to just have that regular look. But I think the idea of porting on pieces that are translucent would be cool, because sometimes you get that effect. I don't know. I'm personally, Dakota, I'm always a sucker for the old school comic style where, like, if it was more like in the old comics where it'd be white, like dotted, like an outline. I don't know if they do it with this, but I think that'd be a fun idea for a character sometime, rather. Because for me, I don't always love the translucent effect, at least not the way it usually looks. But I think that'd be kind of fun if they could ever dabble in something like that.
That would be very cool.
But kind of like just that retro art style.
Yeah. Okay. I think the last accessory I'm kind of thinking to go along with that, like, because I think you're probably right. I don't think we can have like this, like, partially invisible here, invisible there, and like shifting like that. But maybe kind of going off of my like port on an arm, maybe one of her alternate heads is like a half translucent head. So it's like kind of coming across her body, and it's not like, we're not having to do it entirely invisible. We're not having to, you can just, I want to see the powers in motion. So
yeah.
I think that's a pretty good Invisible Woman. I'd be down for that. Let's move on to Human Torch.
Okay.
We're going to have Flame Dawn, right? I mean, I think that's a given.
Yeah, I would hope so. I think you got to.
Right. I think I think the effects that come with, I'm thinking like the retro Human Torch, and they're like those like swirly, same as like the spell effects. You can throw them in there, I suppose, but like there better be way more flame effects than that.
We need some more, yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like I think the retro one also has like the back, the like ports on. I think we could do that, but I think we could spice that up even more.
Okay.
I don't know if we like. I feel like you need some sort of like leg ports, but not like Iron Man where they port into the feet, but like where it's like almost like they go like over both of his feet, so it's like he's blasting off type of a flame effect. A little bit like the Phoenix base, or I'm thinking like the Nova from, is it Nova? From the Galactus? Yeah, Frankie Ray Nova.
The fiery.
Yeah, like the fiery base.
Yeah, I think a pie in the sky would be you could port off Mythic Legion style, Dakota. Bottom half of his body put on a flame, just base.
You could.
And he just turns flame on the bottom.
You think like Cannonball. Yeah, Cannonball does that.
That's true. So yeah, maybe that's not pie in the sky then. But I think that would be cool. And then you could have a peg where you could put him on like a flight. That would look actually so cool to put that in your display with him like a flame, like total flame trail for the bottom half of his body, like he's just flying. And I think would love that.
You would have to retool that Cannonball thing, I think. Because I think it makes sense. I like Cannonball's look for Cannonball, but I'm expecting Human Torch to be more of like it kind of tapers down, like he's in the air, like he needs to be on a flight stand. Like this won't stand on its own, and I'm okay with that. I don't want it to stand on its own.
Yeah, you never really even see him doing that much anyways. So, yeah, I wonder if you could like in the way it ports on his back, I think then you'd run into the problem of having a whole bunch of holes on him. But if you could like customize the flames on him, you know, like, ooh, I want a bigger flame on his back and like a smaller one on the arm, then you'd have a million holes in his body. But maybe you could like you know what I mean? Like if there's just 2 on the top, maybe one could be longer, one shorter, that kind of thing. So you could maybe move the flames around a little bit in some sense.
I think he would also want like a longer, like projectile flame too. And maybe even like if we did some sort of like adjusting of the gambit throwing cards or the like bullseye throwing effect, if we made it like he's throwing like 3 fireballs.
Yeah, like a trail.
I think that could be cool.
Ooh,
I would also want like that, just like long, like he's just like blasting somebody straight with fire.
Of flame.
Yeah.
With a fireball.
Yep.
Ooh, Dakota. Yeah. Now you're talking my language.
I think another, okay, like if we go back to that like flaming base thing, now I'm thinking I'm probably putting too much into this like flying pose thing. Okay. But what if you also were able to attach like, and I'm thinking this is kind of like the size of the box, but it's that like flaming 4. So it's like he's doing the.
I was thinking that too. I think a fiery 4 would be so cool,
right?
To have. Yeah, if you had it, and it was, because I think what would probably happen, it'd be smaller, but I think it'd be really cool if it was bigger, and then you could somehow attach that. That would look amazing, and that would incentivize you, I think, to buy all 4, because it's like then you could set that up with your Fantastic Four display. But yeah, I was also thinking the fiery 4 should be part of that too.
Yeah, I'm thinking as far as like alternate heads go, I think you give him just like the normal, like I think you go like smiling head for him. I don't think he needs a neutral, like just like flamed on like nothing. Give him a flamed on smiling, a flamed on like angry or grimacing.
Yeah, he needs some gritted teeth for sure on there.
And then I think we need a transitioning head as well. Kind of like, you know, like maybe hair's on fire type of look, similar to maybe not quite like the Void alternate head, but like how that's like kind of transitioning fiery. Yeah. I don't know that it's really necessary to have your like totally depowered head, because I think if he's going to
that would look
like,
weird on a fiery body.
Right. So I think flamed on body with transitioning head, because I think that's pretty normal. Like he can fly around like without his flamed on head sometimes. Hands, again, I think it's more important to have the like projecting effects versus like, do I need him to have, I mean, really he just needs like fists and hands to like shoot fire with. He doesn't really need like gripping hands. I don't know what he's going to be gripping. No. Leave those out. But yeah, save the money on the hands.
Kazar and the Sentry, give him some trigger fingers for some reason. KC. Right. For reasons unknown.
Swoops down and picks up a shotgun instead of using his fire blasts. So
that would be kind of scary. The Human Torch flying towards you on fire with a shotgun.
That would be that would be an image.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So, now, and you know, Hasbro, if you're watching this, and you know, I think you're lurking there. These are all free. You can take these ideas, make these figures. You don't have to pay us a dime. You could, you know, maybe come on the show and grace us with your presence. We would be very excited about that. But these ideas are all free. You can have them. Last one we're going to go with is The Thing. And Jordan, right off the bat, obviously, you've heard us in the last however many episodes saying he's got to come with the soft goods trench coat.
Oh, yeah.
I think I want an alternate head with a hat. I don't think I want the hat to be porting on and off. I just think it's gonna look nicer with like it put on there.
Alternate head with hat and shades, perhaps?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. All right.
So
we're agreed.
Right there, base off, like it's got to come with those. If it's not coming with those, Hasbro, kiss my grits. I don't want it.
Okay. Work it out.
I want his neutral head. He's just chilling at home with Johnny. And then I want the battle, like he's fighting.
Right.
He's a little angry. And we've got to have some sort of like bent metal in there.
Yeah, I think if there's any character I'd like to get a cool like lamppost with, it's going to be The Thing.
Yeah.
I think it could be, he could have gripping hands so he could hold it, you know, like
Right.
You get him, he's smashing somebody with a lamppost or something like that. I think would be pretty cool. That's the first thing I think of for that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think I was trying to think of even like, because I don't want to like make this like such a giant thing where it's like, oh, now we're going to add in like a crushed mailbox, because I think that would be cool too.
Car, or, whatever. Right.
So again, like give me some broken pieces of different things. So like maybe instead of a car, like he's coming with a like car engine or something that he's going to like chuck at the bad guys. I don't know. Why.
Oh, could you give him? Remember that arc was it in the 90s? His face got all messed up and he had that metal helmet.
Oh,
people would want that.
I think that's a good idea. I think as far as like giving alternate heads and alternate looks,
because I do think it will. Yeah, I think you need stuff like that, because I do think it'll be kind of a struggle to, like we said, to fill it out beyond like a trench coat, a lamppost. I don't think it's as easy with him because he doesn't have as many effecty type powers as the other Fantastic Four. So you maybe need to be a little bit creative, but I think that could be a fun way, because I know people like that look, even from that kind of specific era.
Yeah, I don't know why I think this, but I feel like a lot of times when I see the Thing, he's usually holding like a to-go cup. Like he's just always like, he's always got like a soda or something. I don't know, maybe that's weird, but I'm just like, if I picture like, if I'm thinking of Thing like chilling at home, like that's what he's always got. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a good idea to throw in the alternate head there, because like I said, I don't want to be packing this out with like crushed cars, crushed mailboxes, throwing an airplane, so I think you could at least give him like the base that the 20th anniversary Hulk came with, kind of like obviously you're going to change the green because it's not like a gamma punch or something, but just like something where he's like, breaking up the street that he's fighting on. So I think those are pretty good offerings, Jordan. Let us know in the comments what accessories, what add-ons did we miss? What else do you want to see in the Maximum series? Make sure you're liking, sharing, and stay strong.